your heart's not with them. Tearing up the thought of all the pieces missing. And I try to know better, to know it's worse. I swear I'm cursed, cause I know you're bad for me, but it makes no difference. I can't stop it, it's ugly, but honest. Got me tripping for the way you say my name, say my name, say my name. Wrong can still be right. People wanna tell me all the time, but someday my prince will come. But if this ain't love, then I don't want it. I can only see with you. Better with another, but I always pick you. Calling back down the ways you drive me so insane. But when you call, I still fall back into your game. No, no, wrong can still be right. People wanna tell me all the time, but someday my prince will come. But if this ain't love, then I don't want it.
I got too much on my mind. I got too much on my mind these days. To be dealing with your mood swings. Start back, you baby, please, no games. I got too much on my mind. I got too much on my plate. You just wanna know, child. I just need some talk space. I just need another day. Need to find another way. Girl, I used to play some sports, but I'm sick of all the guys. Now I don't care about your plans. Girl, I'm sorry, I just can't. I'm just doing what I can. I got too much on my mind these days. To be dealing with your mood swings. Start back, you baby, please, no games. I got too much on my mind. Start back, you baby, please, no games. I got too much on my mind. Start back, you baby, please, no games.
One night, one drink, one dance, now it's one fight. Last shot, last chance, and I'm alright. I don't need your ass. Keep on playing games and I'ma leave your without you. When I'm off the AO, I don't think about you. I can do the fade love, my heart don't know how to. You just make me hate myself when I'm around you. These ain't growing pains, you just ain't the same. I can't take this change, baby, please.
Girl, I got too much on my mind. I got too much on my mind these days. To be dealing with your mood swings. Start back, you baby, please, no games. I got too much on my mind. Start back, you baby, please, no games. I got too much on my mind. Start back, you baby, please, no games. Girl, I got too much on my mind. Girl, I got too much on my mind. I got too much on my mind. I got too much on my mind.
Regain my senses, had enough, I'm getting out of here. I make my way back wearing nothing but my underwear. Paid my dues, blacking out, can feel my face again. Yet I'm back for more because you know I can't abstain. I'm still alive. It's a hell of a feeling now. We're out of time. Prepare yourself for what's to come. I could threaten with a good time. I could promise to stand. Paid my dues, blacking out and feel my face again. Yet I'm back for more because you know I can't abstain. I'm still alive. It's a hell of a feeling low. We're around that time. Prepare yourself for what's to come. I could threaten with a good time. I could promise you some ecstasy. I don't know anymore. I could threaten with a good time. Let's defy the laws of gravity. I don't know anymore. Get me in my face again. Get me in my face again. Get me in my face again. I could threaten with a good time. I could promise you some ecstasy. I don't know anymore. I could threaten with a good time. Let's defy the laws of gravity. I don't know
Feels like you've been using me. Feels like you've been using me.
Hello and welcome back. Why are you already cracking up? Hey, if you are here looking for the Heron Hotel, you are in the wrong place. It is the Goose House back once again. More Valorant, more Mondays, more J-Real, more Snow Spy. He's cracking up. He wasn't ready. He was eating the noodles, but he's here now.
Look, that's why I'm cracking up. There's a mad echo. So to me, you sound like some kind of WWE announcer. You're like, whoa, 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 welcome. Like,
It's time for... yeah, no. Shout out, though. Shout out some WWE. It's a good laugh. I think... Have we got rid of the echo now? Wait, talk.
yeah,
talk.
I think... Yeah.
We've got rid of the echo, okay? There's no more Super Slam. Right? But... there will be a Super Slam tonight, though. Valorant is going to turn up. We're going to get a semi-finals. We're going to get a finals. We're going to get a lot of headshots. We're going to get a lot of crazy plants. Maybe some sneaky defuses. It's all going to be happening on your screen all night. And it is going to be a banger. So make sure you stay tuned. Get your snacks, get your drinks ready. Because you do not want to leave for any of this action. Snow Spy, tell the people what they should be looking forward to.
They should be looking forward to some cracked gamers today. I can't remember the teams that we were just told. My memory don't work that well. But I know that we're going to be playing on Icebox. And that's the important part. Icebox, a map that many of us might not have seen for a while. The last tournament that I casted, at least in Goose House, ended up with a 2018 overtime. So this map a bit notorious for stalemates.
Yeah, it needs to be reworked, right? It got taken out of the pool for a reason. They haven't made the changes. The fact that people still want to play it is a little bit wild. But you know what? Everyone has their favourite maps for whatever reason they do choose. Icebox, for me personally, not the greatest. And as you said, it's been out of rotation. It's not the most known, which admittedly could give a couple of teams a little bit of an advantage, right? Because when you're playing on a map where the ground is a little bit unfamiliar, those kind of strats that you had before, the practice that you've got in comp, it's not going to be there. It's all gone. Where is the headshot? Where do you need to pre-aim? Those things may be a little bit lost in translation. Maybe the edge is going to be taken away from some of those better players. And actually, we're going to get more of a middle ground, which could lead to a very close game.
I mean, I'd love to agree with you, but unfortunately, Icebox is similar to Breeze. It's one of those maps where your jet player is most likely going to pop off. They'll pick the op, they'll get 5 kills around, they'll kill everyone they can, they'll peek every angle. It's a very mechanical map. You have a lot of 50-50 angles where essentially both sides can swing each other at the start of the round and kind of find a very fair fight. And so it's very suited towards those cracked aimers, and that's why normally when you play Icebox, you'll see your duelists and players like that, the better players on the team, having like 30, maybe 40 kills if you head into an overtime. So I'm kind of expecting a similar vibe to that, but I do hope it evens the ground a little bit if people haven't played this map much.
Now, I want to find out if we're on the same page, right? Are there certain champions you have to lock in, like a Viper or a Sage?
I mean, the Viper was a big pick on Icebox. I feel like when Icebox was just about to come out of rotation, we saw a few teams running that Viper Harbor combo, which was absolutely insane. But then again, we are playing a Goose House in-house tournament, so I don't think it's going to be I don't think it's really going to be a kind of style where people are going to lock in the Viper, going to lock in the Harbor. I feel like the classic that we normally see in these tournaments are picks like the Omen. We're normally going to have a Raze, normally going to have a Jet. One thing that I am possibly looking forward to is maybe someone picking up that Chamber.
Ooh. Okay, this brings up a new topic, right? Because you brought up Chamber. We've got to talk about this. I've been hearing some rumours that Chamber might be Return of the Mac, guess who's back kind of moment.
Yeah.
Because he was gone, right? He was deleted. Yeah. He was finito, removed. Everyone was like, well, rip. The man with the sniper, he's gone. Let's play a game? No more. Finito. But now, is he starting to creep back into the meta? Is he got better? What's your take on that one?
I mean, Chamber very much in the meta for specific maps at the moment in Pro. 2 of those that we've seen is one has been Bind, has been pretty much Chamber's had almost a 30% pick rate across regions for that map. A lot of teams like playing him, especially when you have those cracked aimers. You pop them on Chamber, those amazing oppers, they just rip people's heads clean off. Another map has been Haven that we've seen a little bit. If anyone watched, I believe it was Na'Vi versus in there, but I feel like on Icebox, a map that is so operator heavy, it is a map that opens itself up to that. But then again, people that play the Jet, they're always going to prefer that.
Oh, we've already got some locks. They were quick. They came in. They said, you know what, Snow? Who cares about the map? We're playing what we're playing regardless. Jet, Reyna, Cypher, admittedly decently pretty good for the map, right? Except for Reyna, who is kind of just like no util, but if you can shoot, then dub. Interesting to see the Brim being the one that is hovered for Team Venom. So, but for Team Josh, I feel like a little bit more classic with the Viper. Obviously, the Cypher also being hovered in the Jet. Pretty stand out, pretty normalized on this map. No save so far, though, which I'm a little bit surprised about because B Plant was notoriously a Sage util heavy plant.
Yeah, Sage. Then later, like we spoke about that Harbor, there were kind of must picks on Icebox to be able to get yourself a safe plant because it's so out in the open if you look to get the bomb down there. And maybe, Little Giant's kind of hovering towards it. I will tell you, though, one key player to watch in this as we wait for these lock-ins is going to be Denji. I've been playing a little bit more of these customs that have been going on. Jay, if you didn't realise, Goose House, they host a lot of customs, normally in the evenings. I've been playing a couple of those. Denji is an absolute crackhead. One of these players that peeks every angle, takes every fight that they possibly can, and when they're playing well, they'll drop 30. But if they're not having such a good game, you're looking at about 5-6 kills.
Oh, okay. Fluctuation. Does he have the facilities to be the big man? We'll have to find out very soon as we're getting some nice cinematic vibes, right, from production, right? They're giving us... I feel like, although that last shot kind of made me feel like I was like entering into like a UFO, like going up tube like that.
I mean, they're taking us back there again. We're getting dragged into that tube over and over again. Oh, I didn't realise it said K and G on the top of that box. Anyone know the lore? Give me a message. Drop me a shout out.
Kingdom,
see what's
right?
happening.
It's Kingdom.
Oh, is it? Oh.
Well, then I'm guessing just because like you see the Kingdom logo around the rest of the map, so maybe. But also, there's a lack of they don't like snowmans on this map. Why do Kingdom hate snowmans? I feel like that's the deeper bit of lore that hasn't been explained by Valorant yet. But
there is a snowman. It's rebellious, you know. It's they're really hitting hard on this. They don't like snowmen, but someone's popped one up there. It's you know.
And 01? Is that where Brimstone was made? You know, like what's going on here? Also, fun fact: 007, right? Notorious James Bond pickup. Actually, I'll tell you my fact in a little bit because we're getting into round 1. Let's get it done. Sova with the arrow. Hits the wall. Nice little early one, seeing if anyone's pushing as they're going to start moving towards that A site. 5 members just running straight through.
They want to find the picks here. These gunfights are so important in Pistol. The utility's lacking. And already a jump into the backline. Denji's taken out. And just like that, Team Josh are making a statement.
Oh, and they are moving forward. Venoms with another pickup here. It's a 2v2 though. And it is a low jet right now. Zappa creeping around. Can they find the pick? There's the smoke down, and Razy is going to be the fast on the trigger, and it's going to be the Reyna that comes through in Pistol round. Madeline cleaning up.
And just like that, Madeline Argy clutches that one out on that Reyna. I feel like Reyna is an agent that we see a bit too often. It can have its usefulness. I'm very controversial in my opinion of the Reyna, Jay. Everyone talks about Reyna as this like entrist, this entry player, this duelist. I don't see Reyna as an entry. I feel like PRX has shown that Reyna's actually quite a defensive character. You look to hold angles, you get your first pick. If there's 5 swinging you, you just dip out. You play it a similar way you play something like that Chamber, and you can have a lot of success on it.
It's also notoriously good at lurking. That's what I've found out from Sonic U. You know,
but it is.
No, it is. It is. if you can win your 1v1s, it can pop off, right? Everyone knows that. But that's where you have to have a bit of unison, right? If you do play together, peek them, not just 1v1, you should be able to clean them up. But either way, we're going to see if they're going to be able to clean up again. We have 2 Reynas in the game, so one of them's got to pop off each round, right? So they're going to link up with an early kill, but Josh trading that one back. So not allowing too much bloodshed from either side. But Denji, you said, talking about peeking, talking about aggression, already getting high up onto B site here. Opening up for the team. But will they swing? Rubble didn't check the corner. And another kill going over to Denji.
Josh, meanwhile, already on a 3k. Could possibly hunt this ace. Has the better weaponry. Make it 4. Looking for a 5 and it's only Venom's alive.
Jet v Jet and Reyna. Josh obviously already on the 4k. Maybe won't look too greedily for that ace. Obviously you want to pick up the round win rather than just the stats in the highlight reel. But Venoms has to plant. They're starting to move over across the map. They know that they are going to be on A. And they are starting to move aggressively into it. But will they get a pick? Venom's trying to play sneakily around this box. They're going to drop down into sight. Neither have looked at him. There's 2. There's only 2. He didn't take the shots. He's waiting. Oh, they still haven't seen him! Venom's with the double kill. And they just didn't look in the corner.
No way! 1 HP! And a dream is a sentence that you'd often heard, but no one ever believes it. No one thinks they're going to clutch it out. But Venoms, with their own clutch at the end of that round, just hides away. Perfect timing in that corner. And just a bit of overzealous play from Team Josh. They thought they had it in the bag. They knew that Venoms was low. And they just weren't ready for it.
I almost can't believe it, to be honest. I thought he'd missed his window when they didn't check him the first time and they walked through. You saw both of them there. And then they just gave him another opportunity. They didn't recheck that corner. And it's just all she wrote. And, well, it's all she wrote for Enchi as well as we start the 3rd round.
Venoms already has that confidence trying to make these picks happen. As Josh aiming to hit back, not able to find anything just there. It's a little bit of chaos across the board. Util being thrown both ways, but Venoms is going to have that advantage in terms of weaponry.
They do indeed, but can they really utilise it, right? So far it's a 1v1, so Team Josh is going to be pretty happy about that. And they haven't been able to get anywhere close to side just yet, although saying that another pick is going to occur, but Zappa with a nice little peek around the corner is going to pick up another one back. So 3 versus 3. If they can get another kill here, then it's looking good in terms of economy for them, but maybe they can even go further and win the round.
Little Giant, lovely timing there as Denji finds a pick, and another with a beautiful flick right there. 1 versus 3 now for Zappa. Doesn't really have the gun to do it. Has a Vandal actually, but it does not matter as Little Giant already there, already waiting.
Yeah, and a really nice tempered movement there from Venoms, right? They were going a little bit shaky into that first site, got a couple of picks, started to rotate it out, slowed it down, had a little bit more control of the map, and then when they saw the rotations coming through from Team Josh, starting to get those picks off.
Lovely shot there, and we just saw some nice mechanical play from these players. That timing is so good. That's kind of where we would have seen something like the Sage Yield wall off tube deny that entry through there. Surprised they're not using a Cypher Trip to kind of give them the same presence, as Venoms now has access to these knives and wants to find a quick and easy kill.
And this is our first buy round, right? Both teams having rifles, both teams being ready to fight at equal force. And we'll see how this does start to come out. Madeline already picking up an early kill here, but can that lead to more? We're looking at the lurk around the back from Team Josh. They're trying to put pressure onto Venoms, and oh my days! Members have just been dropping in that B push, and they are going back, but they are not in a safe space here. They are being pincered by both sides. Can it be fought out? 3 on 1, 2 on the other, and Reyna nowhere to be seen, you know, just in the middle of B site here. But maybe these could play to their advantage.
Just lurking around, you know, doing what Reynas do, finding their way around this, but has access to the ultimate. Not going to matter. Robble Rotten instantly secures that one for a nice flawless there on our 4th round of the game. And I wonder what this is going to do to the economy. Okay, both teams actually. Decent economies coming through. This one could be the make or break point, especially for Team Venoms. If they don't pull this round through, might have to only half buy on the next round, or even half armor.
And it's going to start to cost them a bit, and it's Icebox, right? Like, we've got to talk about it in a little bit about, is it attack, is it defense, but on this next round, the money is always going to be a impactful one, regardless of whether a map is defensive or offensive. If you have the gun advantage, you are going to be having a big advantage for that one. But right now, Denji, this time with the lurk, going to pick up an early kill, so it is starting to pay a little bit of dividends. But Madeline now going to go for the Reyna versus Reyna combat. Can they pick up the win here? Jiggling, just keeping Denji in this tube. Maybe assistance could be coming out from the rest of the team, but it's not going to be so far, as Razzie already getting the plant down there. Quite an open site left from Team Josh.
No, not even having to use any real util to get that plant off. They're just given the site. But already Team Josh quick on the retake. But there is going to be a flank coming around. It depends on whether they notice that this lurker's behind them, as Raise the Gem gets 2. And it's only Little Giant left alive. Sorry, not even Little Giant. Madeline left alive. Taken out by Little Giant. And a very clean hit back from Team Venoms.
Yeah, Team Venoms making it happen, you know. And let's talk about this now, right? Let's talk about it on the more so save round. Although saying that, a lot of Vandals are still coming out, a lot of rifles on both sides. But how are you feeling about Icebox? Attack, defense, where kind of does the power lie? I feel like B notoriously a little bit difficult to plant on, but once you get the plant, can be quite easy to hold on the retake.
I feel like now that we have the operator online from Josh, it becomes very defense heavy. It's a map that lent itself towards the op. It was pretty much as soon as you got the op, you should just win this map. And we'll have to see now if Josh can kind of make that statement come true, as they miss the first shot, and it's going to be a quick site execute.
They are pushing forward. Little Giant there with the flashes, trying to get a bit of space. NG already creeping up very deeply into sight. Going to step back, as a lot of util is used to push them. But the plant already down. They've already got this one, and they're looking just to control the site. Now, they can play it slow. They don't need to push in. But Team Josh have to make a play, and that is the first way. Josh with 1 kill. Can it lead to more? Zappa also finding another, as they're now going to go aggressively onto site. Madeline looking to push them back, get control. But Venoms has other ideas, taking another kill. 3 versus 2. Team Josh, the timer is ticking. What do you go for the play? Josh going to be spotted out. Cypher ultimate already used, and it isn't going to matter though. 2 more down. A 1v1. Jet v Jet. Venoms v Josh. Who is going to pick up the kill here? Jiggling, trying to stop him getting the defuse. He can't get it in time. He's going to take the up and run, and it's going to be another win for Team Venoms. Oh!
Doesn't even redeem the op. That is so dire. Team Josh needed that weapon. Their money is so low. They have no chance of buying into this round. And, you know, we saw the defense quick on the retake, almost able to pull that one back. But at the end of the day, Josh just not able to clutch it out. And Team Venoms already making their impact. Economy's looking strong. If they're able to pull this round through as well, they should really be in the driver's seat for this half.
Big half. Big round right now. If they can pick this one up. As Team Venoms feeling pretty comfortable. They have to be. They've been having some pretty good successful attacks. Right now, Team Josh switching it up. They go for the full flank. They're going all the way back around side, and they're going to get 1 kill immediately. Now we see a couple of members turning back, but it's 5. It's the kill squad, but it doesn't matter. Venoms taking one, almost killing the second, but gets picked up by Josh, and the continuation of this flank is going ahead. More and more they charge forward. It almost looks like they're the ones attacking site.
Denji's been throwing the rifle as well. 4v3. It's actually a good situation to have. As Josh, carrying on this momentum, finds another. Make that a 3rd kill. Can they get 4? No, but Madeline there to secure this round. Little Giant hits back. But it's going to be for naught. As just like that, the 5 up mid quick flank somehow works out. It's chaos across the board, but it's a thrifty for Team Josh.
And you talked about needing to get a win. Their Team Josh secure the bag. They don't let this one slip away from them. They pick up the win in a bit of a, I guess, abstract maybe would be the word of a play call here. Because 5-man rush down mid, it doesn't sound like it's your usual.
No, and this is where the benefit comes for these kind of rounds. A lot of teams will just kind of try play a regular default setup with weaker weaponry. It's not the way to play these save rounds. This is the way. Go full crackhead, full sprint it down energy. And in the chaos, sometimes you can find the kills you need. But heading now into another full buy round for both teams. And it's going to be mid pressure from the side of Team Venoms.
Almost the reverse, you know. Maybe they were like, they might run it back again. You know, so let's stack. But it doesn't matter. Madden, they're going to be able to hold Tube from Denji. Picks up 1 kill, backs away. Does not need to repeat this. As Little Giant going to scout it out with the dog. The find the Madden is still in the kitchen. But what are they cooking up? Can they get more and more kills? Zappa holding this underneath. Not letting them get through for free. But it's quite low. So may need a little bit of assistance from the team. And Enchi has rotated around. Team Venoms, they have to make a decision. They have to go for the play, but 2 versus 4, and it's going to be pretty difficult for them to get on site and hold it down.
Dart going to be used. Not going to be able to spot anyone out. A little improvised lineup there. Thanks, observers, for showing us that one, but the
Dart had to go a little bit higher, but I really liked how the observers showed it. It was very nice.
You get to see it fly around, and this might be terrible for them as they're heading towards the Cypher site.
I love when Cyphers can see themselves in their own cam, and we'll see if it is going to pay off. Cypher there, going to push out Rotten, going to get the 2, and has been very clean in some of these scenarios. Another pickup for Team Josh, and they found their traction. They've got themselves dug in, and they are ready for this defense.
Rob will Rotten there, pretty much like, I'm going to clutch this round out, but first, let me take a selfie. Bob's in there, picks up 2. Easy, clean round for Rob will Rotten, and I feel like it's just both these teams hitting back and forth, but Josh already on 14 kills has very much been a player to watch in this series so far. Makes sense, the team's named after them.
Yeah, indeed. And you look at the other scoreboard, guess who's at the top? It's Venoms, you know, so almost like the team captains are known to pop off, you know, but we're going to see what they decide to strategize for round number 9. So, are we going to get any crazy mid pushes, any crazy antics? It looks like everyone's just defaulting, to be honest, and this could be a little bit of a slower round. We've seen a lot of fast pace come out from these teams, but what happens when they slow it all down?
Denji doesn't like going slow. Denji looking for this first kill, but it's going to be spotted out, taken out, and here we see the usefulness of that Raider, but the timing just off. Good job, Josh is there to make that peak be worth something.
Oh, and Robert Rotten. He didn't even have gun out at the start there, but very clean shots there, picking up another kill. And it's just Team Josh with command and control. 4 versus 2 again. A similar situation to last round. Admittedly, different players for Team Venoms, so maybe other things can happen. But right now, it feels like Team Josh have started to get some control. And I wanted to see a bit of a slower round there. I feel like you said Denji doesn't really like the slow round. Maybe if they had gone a little bit slower, they potentially get a bit more backup in that trade. Gets traded instead of just kind of luckily getting it from Madeline stepping a little bit too far forward. And we'll see if that does play a factor as we are going to now start creeping onto side, but they know the op is in the vicinity.
The flick? Oh, we didn't get to see it, but the kill comes out from Josh. And Venoms, the sole player left alone. No time, no hope, and no life.
It's the op, man. It's the op because it's OP. Like, you see that? One shot, one kill, no chance. Well, actually, you can survive an op shot if you're like behind cover, but it's a rarity.
Or just use your legs to block for you. Karate kick the bullet.
We were saying this.
Take less damage.
We were saying this on the cast, weren't we? Where we were talking about Jet. If Jet dash could cuss.
Yeah, if you could headbutt someone. Just
like they need to just drop an agent that can just block. Like someone who has like a built-in Jedi sword or something, you know. Maybe that's the newest one they're going to drop. But either way, talking about newest thing to drop, a B push is one that we haven't seen too much, but they also have already rotated Josh over with the op, so they were expecting this one to come out, but is it going to be in their favour? Ooh, Jet creeping up, Venoms looking for the kill, gets one, gets two, is able to get back. Josh now starting to put a bit of reign of terror, but gets taken down, and Venoms is going crazy with the knives, who will finally be put into the ground. Robbie Rotten able to now step forward. Denji needs to be careful. 1v2. Trying to find the peak, but they're playing safe. They're playing smart. But Robble a little bit too overzealous, but it doesn't matter. Zap has the cover. And it's going to be another win for Team Josh.
And Denji almost. Denji and Josh together were looking like they were going to be able to pull a round out for Team Venoms. They've kind of lost momentum here as Josh has just been going massive so far. And 6 rounds to 4. You're going to be very happy with that from Team Josh. They've got so many ultimates on board as well. Both teams do, actually. I feel like we haven't really seen this utility be a key factor on this map so far.
Yeah, where's the hunts? You know, where's the seekers? Where's the pit? You know, like that's what I want to start to see. I've seen a few Cypher ultimates, a couple of Jet knives come out here and there, but come on, give me a little bit more. Where's the fade aggression? I guess the fade will be used for the retake. You know, we're not going to expect too much of the aggressive one there. But talking about aggression, Denji, time to go hard or go home, picking up an early kill and getting straight onto site.
Zappa here, holding that angle, gonna find that kill as well. But Venom's already found their way onto site, already killed off another one, as those Seekers finally going to be used, going to spot all 3 members, but Josh just too quick on the trigger. Raise the gem now on the flank. Can they find it? They're wasting time though. There's pressure being applied.
Oh, but Josh getting another kill on site does open up the site to them. Yes, there might be pressure on the flank, but it doesn't matter if they're already able to kill everyone else on someone's site, and that is unlucky. The Hunter came out, but he was put down really quick. Although, Razy the Gem has made it a 1v1. The bomb is halved. How will they play a Zappa? Creeping round the back, but in the smoke. They don't know, but there he is! Zappa with the full flank round, gets the kill, gets the defuse. And it will be another round to Team Josh. Team Venom's so close, but every time, Team Josh now one step ahead.
And I love that calm, collected play from Zappa. Just flanks around there and finds that kill from behind. And it is a bit chaotic, but that is what Icebox is. And I just realised something that we didn't notice. We need to shame ourselves, J-Real, because we call ourselves casters. There's no smokes on the side of Team Venoms. Of course they can't go big.
Oh.
They've got nothing to block off sight lines.
You're right. You're right. That's crazy from them. That's actually crazy. Why have they done this? That's that's hella grief. I'm not gonna lie. Like, you made this game so much harder for yourself. Like I get it. If you're on like a bit of a weird map, right? I can't remember what the exact map is. There is one map that I remember is notorious for not needing smokes particularly, but Icebox ain't it. But right now they're gonna try and play it as if you don't. They're on site once again. Venom's going to get the plant down, but can they hold it? Can they take us to 7-5, or is it going to be an 8-4 score? Find out soon. Venom's peeking round, gets one. Going to dash back, though. Doesn't want to take too much aggression. 1 kill is all they need. He's got his. Can the rest of the team get theirs?
Josh still alive though, but not anymore as Denji shuts down the star player. Gets another one for their troubles. And Enchi all alone with a momentous task. 1 versus 2 now.
What's versus 4? Half the job already done. Can they continue? 2 more kills. 1 defuse. Ooh, almost on the head, but Venom's a little bit too quick there. Venom's going to pick up the final round. 7-5 going into the half. And how are you feeling, you know? How are you feeling for both teams?
I mean, now that we've noticed that there's no smokes on the side of Team Venoms, I'm a little bit worried. You've not got really anything to slow down an attack, and kind of it cuts off a lot of your ability to play these kind of riskier angles because you can't smoke and then reposition. You've got to commit to a fight once you take it. And Team Josh, on the flip side, they have this Viper who is notorious on this map. The Icebox is one of the only times we've seen a solo controller Viper actually be effective, so I am on the side of Team Josh, especially since they just went 7-5, and if Josh can keep up the momentum he has themselves, it should just be a wash.
I will say, you say nothing to slow down the push. If you're dead, you can't plant, you know? So, Denji stepping forward here, trying to put that into action. It's going to be taken down 1 for 1, and we'll see if they can keep this B push going. A bit of a lurk there from the Fade. It's going to maybe buy a bit of time before a rotation does occur from Team Josh, but from Team Venoms. But right now, ooh, Jiggle peeking this, but a little bit too exposed. Madeline going to pick up another kill, and that is 2 from Team Josh there. Team Venoms starting to slip away in this first round for their defense. But still in town is this Cypher. Little Giant also creeping around. Going to get 1 kill, but Robble picking up another. A 2 versus 2 though. Little Giant and Venom's still alive. Little Giant with a good angle but doesn't get the kill. And that could be costly.
It's given all the information they need. The HP bars are low. Venoms could just pick up 2 quick kills here. This cam could be the make or break. It gives them so much information.
Oh, gets finally shot away. Oh, and they're just trying to peek it, but it's not going to be enough. Madeline with the 4K in round 1. And Team Josh just pushing their lead even more.
You see what I mean about Denji, though? You see what I mean? Instantly a pistol round just takes a fight 1 versus 4, and did manage to find 1, but outside of that, there's not really much they can do. I know you say being dead slows down your push a little, but maybe a bit of utility would help.
Indeed. Like, I do agree. I think that if someone was to ask me, you know, they would be like, hey, you cast a bit of Valo, you play a little bit of Valo, yeah, you might be silver at the moment, yeah, but what's your one piece of advice? It'd be take smokes. Like, have smokes on the map. That's what I'm saying. But Team Venoms, you know, have their own strats. We'll see if it can pay off, as right now Venoms going to be getting an early kill onto Josh. Going to be aggressive here, but Madeline Argy with the push with Robble as well. Just absolutely obliterating the side of Team Venoms. 3 dead. But can they make things work? Ooh, little giant. Little Giant. The corners, man. The corners have been MVP this game.
So sneaky, Little Giant, all the time. Finding these little ratty spots to sit in. And it's going to leave us in a 2 versus 2, but actual decent weaponry for Team Venoms after they've gained that Phantom.
You cursed them. You cursed them. Oh, but they finally got it back. Venoms with the Phantom once again. Is this going to be the difference maker? Is this going to be the bullets? The golden gun for this game? The sneak, the wrap around. They're not going to catch them in time. They're going to start the defuse, but it's a tap. It's attack and swing. Can they swing this? They're going to go, but it's not going to be enough. Enchi holds strong with the Bulldog. They got the dog on them. And they were able to pick up that Phantom again.
And it was looking a little bit risky there. Ended up in a 2 versus 2. I feel like maybe a bit too big of a risk to try go for that gun. But I feel like one thing that's going to come from this is Team Josh are going to start checking those corners. That's 2 rounds now in a row on attack where Little Giant's been able to get a pick that they shouldn't have if someone was checking those corners. So we'll have to see where it goes from here. 9-5 though. But Venoms are going to have rifles on the board now.
Yeah, and it's going to be number 2 on my list of pieces of advice. You know, take smokes and check your corners. You know, because we've seen today, a lot of ratty plays that can be make or break in a lot of situations. But as we go into the third round right now of the attack side for Team Josh, they're going to go straight into kitchen. They are just running straight down mid. The reverse of what we saw them do on defense, but Venoms is not having any of this. 2 kills already.
Yeah, they weren't expecting Venoms to just be in spawn as Josh takes one out for themselves. Going to be able to upgrade that gun. Nice little sniper shot there. Takes the breath in, breath out to align it up. And Josh, what can they make happen? It's a 2 versus 3 now.
One enemy remaining.
So 1v3, we'll see. Enchi still in kitchen, a little bit away from the spike. Does have the pit, but not opting to use it just yet. Oh, and they are being held right now. They get the kill, but they don't. Wait, they stopped defusing. They tapped. No. Oh, okay. Good cover. Good cover there. I thought for a second we were going to get the swing double kill, and that was going to be the craziest moment of the game so far.
That was terrifying if you're a fan of Team Venoms. That could have went completely the other way right there. As Enchi almost able to clutch this one out, but it was a save round. Let's remember that. And multiple rifles off the board now. Team Venoms, they're going to have 3 rifles for them. See if they can make it work against a full buy for the side of Team Josh.
And we're seeing the op save. Venoms is starting to save for the op. Playing knives on this round. Smart from them. I like it. We talked about the op being so powerful. Oh, and Venoms with the aggressive play here. Gets the kill onto Josh early. Able to dash away too. Big start to this round.
Gonna get healed up as well, so not even at that much of a disadvantage. And they've spotted all 4, and Venoms gets another.
Zappa though does put the brakes on, but Razy the gem again through those smokes, just so clutch, so clinical. Even lands a couple of shots onto Zappa, but who wins the trade? It is going to be Zappa once again. But on the rest of the map, it is all going to be Team Venoms with that gun advantage, able to pick up another win. And now the score's starting to get a little bit close.
And you say good advantage, but it was actually Team Venoms that was on the save there. But Venoms, with 2 quick kills with those knives, meant that they were able to put themselves in a nice little spot, and their economy is looking good. They've got that op, and this operator was crucial for Team Josh getting the lead that they did. So if Venoms can have the same effectiveness, oh, it's looking rough.
Now on the save, we obviously saw Team Josh go for some interesting plays. This one seems a little bit more normal.
Yeah, it's just going to be a classic hit onto A. They're kind of trying to make this space, run on in as they can. Let's see if they can find these picks. It's going to get chaotic here, J-Real.
It is indeed, but they're doing it fast. They're already getting the plant down. It's already on the floor, but can they hold on for dear life? Venoms are starting to swarm in. Oh, the operator picking up 1 kill, but Zappa able to trade back. And they're starting to mobilize, but it is going to be Team Venoms that are cleaning up here. Zappa trying to do the most damage to the economy they can, but it's not going to lead to too much more. Venoms hold it strong. Obviously going to advantage a big one in this round particularly, but they are starting to really dig their heels in, and Team Josh need to come up with some other tactics to get themselves on site.
At the moment, it's the classic tripe of what always happens where these rounds end in like 20 seconds. It's great if you can get the bomb down on site, but if you don't have good post-plant positioning, it's about as useful as not even going for the plant at all. You need to be able to first get sight, then get yourself set up, and go for the plant, especially when Team Venoms are playing the way they are, where they do give up that site position. So take your time, get yourself in good positions, and then look to plant the bomb.
Talking about good positions. Venoms thought he had one, but Josh had other ideas. On top of yellow, a little bit of a different spot, but is caught out and removed. No operator now. Or at least not until someone reclaims it, as they now move towards mid. Team Venoms need to find their way back, as they're all stacked onto B, but Team Josh are going very fast towards A.
I like this. They pressure up on B, instantly rotate back towards A. And they're just going to have to give the site Sova with nothing to be able to do here.
What? Knife out! Little Giant! Hello? Josh, though, needs to check those corners. Gets the kill, though, still. Good flick, good aims. Almost a bit of a disaster there, almost a free kill given over. But Denji now waiting outside the pit. The pit plus 5 members inside. It's a tough prospect, getting caught by the camera as well. Maybe it's just a save your guns kind of round.
Well, at this point, they can buy next round. I think your aim is kill as many as Team Josh as you can. The more economy damage you can do, the more damage you're going to do to them in these later half. So Denji right now, I feel like you want to try kill as many as you can.
Ooh, waiting for the exit frags. Flash going to be out. Denji is seen. They know they're there. And Madeline is going to be pretty crispy with it. 5 members alive. Flawless round for Team Josh. And they are back in the game.
10-8. That double digits number has been reached. And it was such a close shot from Venoms. This was a bit weird from Little Giant. Not going to lie there. The knife out sprint into the pit was a bit crazy.
Yeah. Sometimes knife. Sometimes, maybe not knife.
Yeah. And the one thing I want to point out is this game has just been a battle of the two captains. It's Jet versus Jet, and they're just competing for better Jet wins, I guess.
But one has an op, so we'll see if that's going to play into it. And it does, straight away. First kill. Doesn't get the second, though. Viper going to stay alive. And that is important. Having your smokes is very necessary, as Team Venoms could probably attest to right now. But we're going to see if they go for this one. They're going up mid. Fade. Going to throw out that nightmare. Will it cause problems? Oh, standing strong. Is this over? But not going to get the kill. Able now to just get onto site. 3 versus 3. They have the positioning. And that's what you talked about, right? Get this plant down. Make sure you're in a good position. We'll see if they can make that happen. Oh, ho, ho, ho. One is hunted. Making it a 2v3.
And they've got all the info they need about this site, but instantly Zappa takes the head off of one, make it 2. And just like that, Venoms, the captain, the star player, has it all to do.
With an operator as well. Could make things a little bit tricky. Switches to the Vandal. How do they play this? Some difficult angles to clear here. Both are different parts of the site. Zappa also full HP. You need to be getting those insta headshots. Now going to get the peak. And they don't know. They're waiting for the swing. They're waiting to play this as a 2. But a good angle here. Zappa doesn't matter though. Able to pick up the kill. Venoms tried to isolate, but it isn't going to be important. What is important is the bullet that ended that last round.
And in a game where it's just been these two captains battling back and forth, Zappa there having a big impact right when their team needed it to pull them over to that 11th round. And you can have no more mistakes from Team Venoms. You can't be caught out like that. You have to shore up all of these issues that are going on. And you need to start to pull it back, because one more round and you're looking at that match point.
11-8. Team Josh looking to square things up. 2 more attack wins needed. But they have a few rounds to do it in. A bit of space for them. A bit of breathing room. Ooh, but not necessarily on that top roof, as they are going to be caught out. Little Giant, though, traded back by Madeline. And a lot of blood already spilled from Team Josh. 3 members down. They need to make a play, but they're getting flanked.
Fights on both sides right here. Enchi's aware of it, but isn't able to do anything about it. And just when we said we needed them to hit back, Venoms comes back straight away. And some of the members step up to pull them through on that round. And I just want to kind of see here, because it seems to be that if someone can take out one of these initial 2 captains of Josh or Venoms, the rounds get so much easier.
Yeah, and I also want to say, we talked about those saves, playing a little bit different, playing a little bit more aggressive. Again, works out. Team Venoms go aggressive on that push down mid with 2 players. They play aggressive on those holds on site, and they're able to just to find those fights that they need and win them, importantly, as right now Venoms again with an aggressive push, but Josh is wise to it. Going to get the early kill. Now could lead their team straight on to B.
He's going to dash straight behind Yellow and finds Raise the Gem. This aggression is working so well for them. 11-9 right now, but it's about to be 12-9 unless a big play from Denji can come out here. But no, Josh knows it's coming. And just like that, we should be seeing ourselves on match point.
Sova and a Marshall. The Hunter with his rifle. Hello? Okay, gonna wait for that shot. I was a little bit like, where is Madeline looking? But it didn't really matter. Josh going to clean that one up, and it's 12-9. Match point. Team Venoms, it's all on the line right now.
And the slow-mo of the shot here, the jiggling back and forth, fancy footwork. It's always difficult. I feel like those shots where the person doesn't see you are harder to hit because their movement's just not predictable.
And the worst bit was that there was that metal bar in the way, right? Because I'm pretty sure if you shot through that, you don't get the kill. So it is pretty fair from the sofa that they had to line it up properly. Unfortunate in their positioning, and obviously the fact that the jiggling was happening for no real reason. But it felt like one of those movies, one of those horror films where you see the sniper scope. But talking about horror films, Denji is kicking this one off early with a couple of kills through the smoke. That's 3! And they are absolutely eviscerating Team Josh.
Someone check him PC, because that was through the smoke. Just pure intuition and guesswork. Lands 3 one-taps. What is that? As Venoms looking to quickly clean this round up, and Denji could be the hero that Team Venoms needed to get themselves some momentum.
Indeed, they are. Big win for Team Venoms. We talked about match point. They are going to match point number 2. Sending Josh packing with his early kill, man. Look at this. Okay, he sees a little bit of a peak there, but he's just doing it basically off the bullets and that tiny little gap in that smoke.
Literally opened their third eye on that one, sensed where the bullets were coming from, calculated the trajectory, the maths was coming through, able to land those shots. Was crazy to see from Denji right as Team Venoms needed it, but they're going to need even more than that. Still 2 rounds to go, and Team Josh going back towards this B site.
You gotta love when the maths is mathing, That's when it all adds up. As right now, Team Josh going to B, but it is stacked for the side of Team Venoms. They've brought 4 members now over to this site, and they're early rotating Venoms as well. But is it going to be enough? Robo Rotten picking up an early first blood. Can they lead this into a heavy execute? As we said, they only need 1 more round. And Team Josh, with the advantage, could potentially just play a bit more time. They have 1 minute and 7 seconds left in this half. They don't need to push right now. And look on A. Oh my days.
Look at your mini-map. The Fade is already in their spawn. Zappa catches off the rotates, but Little Giant has to go huge here. Finds one. Not able to get another. And 2 versus 4 now. This situation, Robo Rotten and Denji, the 2 players left alive, have to make it all happen.
And it's so difficult, as we see there. They're just in good spots, watching any sort of flank momentum. They have the ultimates, they have the numbers advantage. 3 versus 1, Denji has to make it happen. And the spike is already down. The time is ticking. You do not have 24 hours, but you need to save your team's world. Can they get it done? Flashing out the other side. Gets 1 kill. That's 1 down. 2 more needed. And the defuse. Time not on their side. Ultimate going to be used. Empress. Are they going to be queen? We'll find out. Moving a little bit closer. Trying to jiggle, but you don't have time. You need to go for the play. You need to go for broke. And that's going to be an off angle. Madeline going to clean it up. And it's 13-10. Team Josh are going to take it all the way to the finals.
And there was just that last round, just no chance. The lurk up through A from Zappa, even though they were only able to get 1 kill, it gives them all the information they needed to secure that one out. And while that was the kind of Josh and Venom show, shout out to some other big performers. Zappa, really well played. Denji, able to secure a few rounds for their team. And without them, those players, this could have been a very different game.
And Madeline as well, right? Really picking up a lot of those kills on that Reyna. I think both Reynas had a pretty good game. Obviously, both Jets had a good game. But yeah, as you said, Zappa, one that really sticks into my mind as having a really, really good one as well. So yeah, Team Josh looking strong. It does kind of tell you guys at home, remember your smokes, It's important. It's important to take those sides. But either way, a quick fun fact before we throw off to a break. 007, right?
Yep.
James Bond.
Yep.
Who would you think would be the most James Bond-like agent? We're going to leave it on that one. Have a think. Let us know in the chat who you think would be the most James Bond-like agent. And we'll talk about it after this break.
like you've been using me. You're quite the marksman, ain't ya? I think my heart's in danger. Made me feel like I was safe and sound, and switched up and switched off the safety. How you plan? How you plan? Oh, yeah. Oh, feels like you've been using me for target practice. You drew blood, caught in a bullseye. Repeat shots and the firelight. Feels like you've been using me for target practice. Call me sensitive when I cry, but you don't miss a single time. Feels like you've been using me. You say that I'm mistaken about all the shots you've taken. All the pain was a mess. Somehow they're blanks as you claim, getting desperate now, 'cause I found out. Oh, yeah. Oh, feels like you've been using me for target practice. You drew blood, caught in a bullseye. Repeat shots and in the firelight. Feels like you've been using me for target practice. Call me sensitive when I cry, but you don't miss a single time. Feels like you've been using me. Feels like you've been using me. Using me. Using me. You said, I think I'll give you a shot. I should have taken it literally. You said, I think I'll give you a shot, but your pistol was concealed from me. I should've known that you'd be using me, using me. Now I see that you, baby, you've been using me for target practice. And you better know I ain't gonna have it. No, 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 no. I'm about to throw you do more damage. Oh, 'cause it ain't for target practice. No, it ain't for target practice. You've been using me for target practice. And you better know I ain't gonna have it. No, no. I'm about to throw you do more damage. Oh, 'cause it ain't for target practice. No, it ain't for target practice.
Ooh, that sugar sweet, you got what I need. Sipping on the potion, all that good emotion, just my kind of heat. Keep it on repeat, destined by the potion, loving this devotion. Live it up, live it up, live it up, sweet emotion. Every time, every night, you and I on a roll. Switch it up, switch it up, switch it up where I'm going. Stay on the fly just in time, know the right way to go. I'm on the road, it's my time, taking control of my life. I want to run the red lights, I've got to run this show. You always take me so high, you always make the highlight. a move, baby, you got nothing to lose. Give me that, give me that, give me that good reaction. Gonna make it right, little like an offer I can't refuse. I'm on the road, it's my time, taking control of my life. I want to run the red lights, I've got to run this show. You always take me so high, you always make the highlights. I love the way we vibe, you're like a centerfold. Ooh, that sugar is sweet, you got what I need. Sipping on the potion, all that good emotion, just my kind of heat. Keep it on repeat, tested by the motion, loving this devotion. Ooh, that sugar is sweet, you got what I need. Sipping on the potion, all that good emotion, just my kind of heat. Keep it on repeat, tested by the motion, loving this devotion. Ooh, that sugar, just my kind of heat. Ooh, that sugar, sipping on the potion, all that good emotion. Ooh, that sugar. When your heart is racing, racing at the speed of light, and you feel like you got nowhere else to go. No, I hold you till the sun comes in the morning light. Yeah, I'll keep you safe, I'll never let you go. When your heart is racing, racing at the speed of light. When your heart is racing at the speed of light. Yeah, I'll keep you safe. Yeah, I'll keep you safe, I'll never let you go. When your heart is racing, racing at the speed of light, and you feel like you got nowhere else to go. When your heart is racing, racing at the speed of light. When your heart is racing at the speed of light. When your heart is racing, racing at the speed of light. When your heart is racing at the speed of light.
I'll keep you safe. I'll keep you safe, I'll never let you go. When your heart is racing, racing, and you feel like you got nowhere else to go.
When your heart is racing, racing at the speed of light. When your heart is racing at the speed of light. When your heart is racing, racing at the speed of light. When your heart is racing at the speed of light.
Drinking at the bottle, not
not thinking about tomorrow. Don't worry, that's a motto. So we keep moving along. Ooh, driving down to Cabo in the sunburned El Dorado. Don't worry, that's a motto. So we keep moving along. So we keep moving along. So we keep moving along. Drinking at the bottle, not thinking about tomorrow. Don't worry, that's a motto. So we keep moving along. Driving down to Cabo in the sunburned El Dorado. Don't worry, that's a motto. So we keep moving along. So we keep moving along. So we keep moving along.
Ooh, moonlight. Ooh, moonlight. Can't believe I found you, baby. Come alive. Loving you like we're dancing in moonlight. Wanna waste our time in the moonlight. Wrap me up all night in the moonlight. Wanna waste our time in the moonlight. Wrap me up all night in the moonlight. You look so good, it hurts my soul. No, I can't deny the way you pull it. Ooh, moonlight. Ooh, moonlight. Can't believe I found you, baby. Come alive. Loving you like we're dancing in moonlight. Look at what you did, I'm slipping on it.
And we are... No, we're not live. We're not live. We got lied to. What is happening? Did I just get lied to? He started playing another ad for me. But either way, we are dabbing on them haters tonight as we saw Team Josh dabbing on the side of Team Venoms. But it is what it is. We're into the finals now. Team Josh going to be taking on ESX Chaotic. which I don't know if we're going to have to shorten that name. I'm not going to lie to you. Real talk,
Yeah.
I'm not saying the whole thing the whole time. I think we just call them Team ES. No, maybe Team Chaotic. Team Chaotic is more
Team
fluid.
Chaotic's better. Let's leave the ESX, because when you pronounce it in tandem, it's
Exactly.
you realise what it means.
Exactly. But what we're saying, real talk, is I left you guys on a bit of a think one. You know, a little bit of a brain teaser, a little bit of brain training. Shout out the Nintendo DS. You know, when you were a child. But agents, the same James Bond. I would personally say for a 007, we're looking at things like Chamber, right? Like that's like the clear cut, suave, maybe a little bit swish, maybe even like a Jet. You know. Or maybe even a Phoenix, because Phoenix is British, right?
Yeah, I was thinking Phoenix, yeah.
But 007 in Valorant is actually Sage.
Hey, yo.
There you go.
How do you
That's
know
a
that,
bit.
bro? How do you know that?
Because the Valorant agents actually have numbers. And Sage is number 7. So yeah.
Damn.
007, that's going to be Sage. Because I think on the old client, they've removed it now. I literally checked on this break.
Yeah.
You used to have like 001 for Brimstone, 002 for whoever that is. I don't remember who number 2 is. But 007 was Sage. And there you go. So there you go, guys. Maybe Sage going to be the next 007. Who knows? Keep your eyes posted on that one. But right now, we've got to think about the finals. We've got to think about Team Josh versus Team Chaotic. Snow, Team Josh looking very strong. They came with the smokes and they also had the smoke. Like, how are you feeling for Chaotic's chances?
I don't know. I'll have to see who's on Chaotic's team, see if I recognise any of the players. But Josh just went mental in that last series, especially with Zappa as well. Actually, you know, putting up a nice effort, clutching out some of those rounds that we weren't quite expecting.
Team on Bind, what a map!
And Bind as well. 5 Yorus. I love this hover. Yeah, this is a comp that I personally very much condone. But Bind was a map I was talking to you about earlier, Jay, where I actually would love to see a chamber.
It could be lit. You know what? I like the run Bind not bin. Shout out production. Shout out Utex. But it's no, he's mad because on that day I was like, oh, let's lose the new stuff. He's like, oh, but I don't know if it's ready. But either way, 5 euros would be some new stuff that I don't know if a team is ready for. You know, like that's a little bit too much crazy. But they can only have one right now. Okay, we're not playing any sort of pick one for all kind of compositions here. It is going to be only €1. I do wonder if they're going to random it because so far they haven't picked off. We still got 30 seconds left. And on the other side we have Josh and Robert Rotten. Robert Rotten sticking back to the cipher that he did so much work on before. And Josh locking in the obvious duelist, the best duelist, especially on Bind. Clearly no bias from me, but Raze.
Yeah, Raze is the force to be reckoned with. And not only that, they look like they might possibly be pairing it with 2-8 initiators, which would be mad. That is pretty much putting all of your eggs in the Josh basket, but they aren't going to go for it in the end. Madeline going to go for, actually, the Jet. And on the flip side, Team Chaotic pretty much changes their entire comp from 5 euros at last second to give themselves a Sage, to give themselves a Killjoy, a lot of defensive capabilities from this comp.
I don't rate it, you know. I kind of wanted them to Yori Roulette. Like they hovered it. They had the stacks. They could have been bold, but they didn't. You know, they didn't. They chickened out, and we'll have to see how it does play out. They did have a pretty good comp from what I could see, though. I know they locked in Raze, they locked in the KJ as well. So I think Brimstone was also their smoke. So smokes, check that off your list. They've got it. Also, I've never seen that this is a massive tower, like because you kind of blocked off from that view.
Yeah.
But Bind, really nice. Kind of picturesque.
Yeah, it's nice to see the kind of just look at the overview of the map. There's some cranes rebuilding it right now. You know, where's the background for this? We got any logos here? There's no kingdom. There's no anti-snowman here. It's just a nice. It reminds me a little bit of Italy.
Yeah.
You know? That's.
I don't know about that.
Not so much the ruined buildings, but kind of the architecture. True.
Maybe.
Italy has beaches.
Oh, I don't know. I think the sand throws me off. It takes me away from it. I'm not gonna lie. But where is Bind supposed to be actually in the world? Either way, it doesn't matter. We're getting into this game. Round 1 is gonna be up and running. And it's going to be Team Chaotic that are on the attack here, looking to go through showers. All 5 through showers as well.
Yeah, this is pretty mad. I don't feel like any team's really ready for this on pistol. It's not what you expect, but Josh is the player they're going to be going towards. Already landed a headshot, already going to be throwing that grenade as well. A lot of damage being done, but the bomb is going to be able to get onto site.
No way, they crossed in the smoke like that. Apoc just ran straight past Josh, and Josh able to pick up a couple kills with Enchi. Robble Rotten going to be able to pick up Motherland as well. And now they can just start to push them back from showers. And yeah, they weren't expecting the 5 showers, but the 5 showers also does have a lot of downsides, which are being exposed right here. Robble Rotten going to pick up another and another. Call him DJ Khaled because he got another one.
Look, if you're going to send 5 showers, you can't end up getting onto site stinky. They ended up not being clean in that round. They should have washed themselves while they were in there. But it's one of those things where you play the shower strap because you want to send the wingman out. You send the wingman out, you look to create chaos, you win those gun trades, but they just weren't able to win any of the fights. I
think it's because they didn't have Crocs, bro. They didn't have Crocs.
Yeah.
There's a reason it got banned from CS, you know? Like, if they wore their Crocs in the shower, they wouldn't have been slipping. They would have been moving on site in good time. But there you go. Now, some advice for you guys when you're going showers. But right now, switching it up completely, all going a little bit more spread out, a little bit more of aggression towards B this time instead of A, but also on the save round. It could be a little bit tricky. Aggression from Robble, who did have a pretty nice first round.
And the Roomba going to be sent through towards Hookah. They're going to know there's members there. The TP as well with the Judge. As now they're just looking for every fight they can possibly take.
Ooh, but it doesn't always end up in their favour there. 1 for 1. Going to be nice for the side of Chaotic.
This is crazy.
Now they're starting to move on to site. Going to be able to get the plant down as well. So 4 versus 4. They're in a pretty good position here. Can they hold out? Ooh, almost from Motherland. But not going to be so. And Madeline now with that extra bit of HP. You're going to start snowballing through the site. Picks up another kill. Zappa once again showing their prowess. And it's going to be an easy pickup for Team Josh. It looked a little bit shaky maybe for them at the start. But it's all going to be in their hands.
We've taken out instantly 4 members still alive. And we saw that Team Josh on these retakes could be really effective when they played on Icebox. So I doubt Bind, a map that's a little bit easier to retake on, they should have no trouble. But it was the save once again. Getting the bomb down is going to be good for the side of Team Chaotic. We'll have to see now if they have those rifles. It's going to change their game plan up, or whether they're going to look to still execute quite quickly.
And I feel like these are some... can we get a bit of a view on this tripwire setup? I'm not really understanding this vertical one. Production, can we get a zoom out on that one?
Have you never seen the spider web? It's basically so anyone... It's to catch razors and stuff like that satcheling out. Because when you get caught by a tripwire like that mid-air, you get stuck in the air and you can't move. It's not like the other tripwires. They're going to literally...
Oh, okay, it's diagonal.
Okay,
I thought it was vertical. I was like, what is happening here? Like, who's getting caught by that? But no, fair enough. I now understand a little bit more. Again, 5 in the same push radius here. All going to be coming out of Garden. Is it going to work out for them, though? Ray's satcheling onto backside. Madeline is going to be traded because of that. And, oh no, sorry. Madeline gets the trade. It's now backside themselves. Low HP, though. And we're seeing now a cooldown of that push. Early aggression, then a little bit of a slow phase, but they are going back to this aggression. They need to get themselves on site though. Some in U-Haul, some still in Garden. A little bit chaotic, and Madeline going to pick up another kill. Tries to pop the ult, but gets swung and gets taken down. Team Josh now, can they recover? Enchi, the last one alive. Going to show they're in Hookah. Can they pick up a kill here? Not going to be enough damage. And they will be killed off in Hookah. So, a couple of guns removed from them. A little bit damage to the economy. But Team Exotic finding their way onto site.
Team Chaotic, we're seeing just a willingness to send all 5 through a funnel. They know that if they're not hitting the site of the raise, there's not the same stopping power that something like a Sage, something like a Viper could have with those mollies. And they're so willing to just be like, okay, we send all 5 through showers, we send all 5 through B-Long, and just trade each other out on site. And it didn't work for them the past 2 rounds, but we saw it work to great effectiveness there.
Yeah, I'm surprised. I'm used to people splitting up a little bit more. They're staying very stuck together, as we see 4 members down in short as well. I wonder if that is a theme that will continue throughout the rest of this map, and we'll see if it does pay off for them. As they are starting to split up a little bit more here now, going into a little bit of a default.
And I love this skin line, by the way. The Mage Punk Actually, kind of goated. What would you have to say? Where would you rate it? Would you rate it one of your top 3s?
Yeah, it's my Vandal skin. It's top. Like, I would say the only one that I want more is like the Ion Vandal, because that one, I don't know what it is, it just gives me extra aim. Like, it feels good. But the variants on this new Mage Monk are so crispy.
Yeah. I haven't seen much of them, to be fair. And
but this new cowboy one though too.
Yeah,
like...
I was gonna say. Talk about new skins.
Oh, Jewel, all this is happening.
It's just chaos. We talk about skins, they talk about getting kills on the board. As this bomb's going to go down, 5 versus 4 situation here. But Madeline already peeking through, Josh being a bit cheeky themselves as well. And already these quick retakes from Team Josh are looking to happen.
Maybe we have to do like a cowboy casting round, you know. So right now the fish going to go into backside, going to be able to get a lock up onto at least one, but Rubble able to keep themselves safe. And it's going to be a quick one. Rubble getting 3 kills, moving on to site. Easy take for Team Josh, and they pick back up the momentum that they lost on that round 3.
I swear, Thrash is such a bait. Like, you'll detain one person, and then you'll be so eager to get the kill off of that detain that you end up peeking into 3 people and dying. I see it happen so often with geckos. It's why Thrash is one of those things where I'd use it similar to like a Skydog, in that you always want someone following it. If you use it for yourself, the time you get there, it's so late, and you just get traded out half the time.
But important to note, you can hit your own team. So... yeah. You do got to be careful.
And that's the best part about it. That's the best part about it, to be fair.
Yeah, I have actually got an ace after being hit with Thrash by Snow, by the way, people at home. So yeah, it does happen. Right now, other things to do happen. Apoc is going to just straight up ult into
Josh,
showers. In the air! Yo! Okay, Josh is ready to fire off these shots. Gets the kill! Oh, the rocket, but wasn't going to be enough. Chaotic able to close them down. And now Zappa trying to claim some showers with some lamps control. Does manage to get in there, but Apoc gets them straight out. And Team Chaotic have a fast and effective take onto A, but they're actually going for the plant on B.
It's the bait and switch as always. That's what Bind's known for with his TPs. You get onto A site right as they think you're going to plant the bomb. You TP out, and this Cypher not really going to have any util to play off. Has the cam, but with just that available, I don't think photography is going to really be helping you here.
Creeping. But the chicken is going to spot you out. It's a tough one. There's mollies on bomb. They've got to go. It's ticking out. They're just not going to be able to get it done. Chaotic, too many angles. The chicken, the grenades. No time. It's going to be another one for Team Chaotic. And that was a much better push, right? They actually committed to the push. They go aggressive, fast paced, just get it done. And although Josh had some great shots in this round, it wasn't enough to hold them back.
And I think what it is Team Chaotic kind of adapting to this quick retake style from Team Josh. Team Josh, every single time you plant the bomb, they're already fighting you. They're already trying to gain as much space as they can. They don't let you set up for those post plants. And Team Chaotic was ready for it that round. They used their utility to their advantage. They were able to push back that retake, and it just looked really clean from them.
And the Skydog there, going to get a bit of vision. No one be sure, and with the bird able to get a little bit of information that someone is a short. So they are aware that Chaotic are lurking around the A site, but no fast push this time. They're not going to rotate anyone just yet, keeping everyone very much locked in. And talking about locked in, I thought that was an op for a second. It's just a Marshall. Maybe we see some ops a little bit later though, as a rotation towards B. Again, nothing really setting this one off. I think they're just going for the play because they said, okay, you know what? We know Sky is on A. We don't need to play too much into that. Let's just turn it around and go for B. But Cypher's traps are still on this side.
Yeah, and some nice traps here, but Bailey's going to find their way over them. But there's a player in elbow spamming through, and Robble taken out. And Madeline, the sole player left alive to try to defend the Alamo here.
No Rosa here, man. Just a quick kill on that rocket. The showstopper stopping the Cypher in their tracks is right now. They're trying to get onto site. Zappa going to be caught out by Chaotic. And a very strong hold here. 5 versus 2 should be in the bag. Enchi with Josh just kind of creeping around U-Haul. But how are they going to get out? You know, it's smoked off. Members on site.
No shot.
Members in hookah. We need some real highlight plays right here.
It's just smoked off. 3 players watching. There's not a chance at all. As Enchi gets one, and I love the the realization that elbow was walled off when Enchi goes to walk towards it, and Josh is like, "Nah, we're not going that way. It's not happening. We're going back towards CT."
Maybe they just wall over it, you know? Like, maybe they just jump over it. Like, Josh could have got there. I don't know if he had satchels. But
I don't think Sky's got them hops. I'm not going to lie to you.
Yeah. They should make it where, like, you could jump on the dog.
Okay.
That would be cool.
Yeah.
Like, it wouldn't make sense if Sky could do it, but maybe they should allow someone to, like, ride the dog into battle.
The dog. As the dog leaps, you're just shooting through the air. Yeah, that would actually be pretty dope. Riot Games, get on this. We want to ride the dog.
What the dog doing? Wait, what's this guy on the dog doing? Like, what? Just dives into sight? Like, no, that'd be crazy. Wait, Chaotic is also getting kills here. This round has started, and they managed to pick up a few. 2 down for either side. And it looked like they gave up the whole of B site, by the way. But they managed to rotate, and now the switch has happened from Chaotic, living to the name. They have just moved Team Josh from site to site, and they have now got the plant down.
And it's once again one of those Team Josh plays where they just run up through A short. They tried to find as many fights as they can, but Chaotic was like, hell no, we ain't having that. Triple TP over to A, and we're in ourselves a post-plant situation, but it's even weaponry.
Zappa getting caught out. Motherland really good, posted up in spots, able to clean out these members. And Josh does find one, but the low HP, 11. Any tick of that grenade, any bullet will do it. Maybe it's just going to be a save for them. Vandal in hand. Nice green variant of that skin line you were talking about, which is now escaping my name. I was going to say Arcane because it looks like League of Legends, but it is. It's actually Mage Punch. Mage Punk.
I was going to say... I don't even know what I was going to say. But either way, we've got the double green showing up here.
I think the dog has just thrown us off. Like, I'm not going to lie, I would love it so much, especially because the thing is, if you're not moving right, you should theoretically have good aim. So, like, man, it's...
the dog's leaping as you're just like shooting
with the Odin, with
Odin, just spraying the entirety of the site as you leap through. Oh, I want that. I want all of the like things like that to be rideable now. You've just got Wingman coming in, and you're like on him, just like he's carrying you into sight instead of the bomb.
Like that Halloween costume where you're wearing like someone on the bottom half. Yeah, no, that's so good. TLDR, if you just tuned in, we're talking about having this guy's dog as a mount. But we're on to this round, which is an important one. Rifles by both teams. Chaotic picking up an easy kill onto Enchi there. A little bit of a lurking frag, as we're now seeing them start to move forward. But Team Chaotic, they've pretty much never gone to the site that they've started attacking. So I feel like TPs, switch plays, has to be expected from side of Team Josh. And we're already starting to see the movement back towards A, but they've decided against it because they do still hear the Razors in hookah.
Yeah, Bailey was making noise. It's going to get taken out, and a spam through the smoke from Mama Motherland means that the bomb's going to go down here, and another 3 versus 4 situation for Team Josh.
Oh, Zappa with the blind, but it's near sight, and Apoc could still see. Nice kill from them. Josh still alive with the Reyna. Madeline, can they make something happen? Blind is going to come out, but 2 holding this close angle. Peeks 1, gets caught by the others. And another hold from Chaotic. They've been really good at moving Team Josh around, not giving them any space to really read how to play this and not set up heavily onto one site, because they switch, they get a little pick here, they move them onto the other site, they go back to the original one, and they get the plant off for free. And then in that post plant, they've been very good at setting up in strong angles.
And I don't know if they were watching that last game, but their strategy seems to be make Josh retake. Just hit the weak side where Josh isn't playing, because anytime they find any kind of contention, Josh gets a kill or a pick, they instantly rotate to the other side, kill whoever's on site, and then just always make Josh play at a disadvantage.
Now, Bind can be viewed a little bit as an offensive map if you are coordinated, and it does feel like Chaotic have really got their strats down. They really are playing a very measured game here. Or at least they're just listening to one call, you know. But they're going to creep up B long. But I've now decided to go straight back towards A. No picks have been found. Everyone playing very safe from the side of Team Josh. And I think this would be an important part of the play, right? Play really safe. Give no free fights. Because Team Celtic have been able to get a lot of picks early on.
And the benefits of this strategy is you've got a Sage. So if you commit to a full fight on site, even if your trades don't work out well, you end a member down, that res comes through, you're already back at that advantage once again. And look at this, another round where they've avoided Josh's sight.
Oh, man. Playing showers when Brim has orbital threat, always a big problem there. It's going to strike down, and they've taken control of site once again. Getting a kill in CT, getting the kill in backside. They are just locking them out. Bailey just absolutely eviscerating the side of Team Josh, and another round in their pocket. They have the playbook of how to open up this map.
And I don't know if it's on purpose that they're avoiding Josh, or it just ends up being a massive coincidence. But every single round, we see it there as well. They're stacked towards B. They start to find a few little fights. They move back towards A. It's maybe they've tuned on to the fact that Josh likes to early rotate. Josh will stick on a site as soon as there's any kind of pressure, instantly rotates to the other site because they want to be there for the fights. And Chaotic doing this constant faking, baiting and switching so you never know where they are is just working out so well for them.
How do they play this one? How did Josh read them? Right? How do they get back? Do they just have to hold their positions even more? I like this, so they're starting to adapt to a bit of pressure. They're pushing now down showers. This could be interesting. They are going to be able to meet Bailey, but Bailey already looking in the right direction, gets one kill, but doesn't expect the second. Can they maybe get the peak? They are creeping round. They might be able to get the flank off here. Bailey hasn't turned around yet. Will finally be seen and gets killed. And now Cypher able to find out the rest of the team. They've revealed them. They know that they're not going for either site, and they can just hold up.
And I like that right there. They just group up as 4 between A and B so that the enemy team never knows. Team Josh doesn't know where they're going because they just stood still in their own spawn. And now already in a 4 versus 3, Josh does get one though, and for once Josh is on the right site, and it might be working well for Team Josh.
Madeline picking up another kill as well. A 2v2 has started. The flank, the spike is down. 30 seconds on the clock. You can already see Chaotic on site, gets the kill onto Josh. Madeline now in a bit of a tricky one. Getting hit by 2 different sides. Oh, and the showstopper is in hand. Surely they're going to be pushed away. Angles close. Going to fire it. Oh, and I don't think they knew, but they just took the shot. And in the dark, they find exactly what they're looking for.
And that's honestly just really good intuition. It's just going, okay, so my Sage has cleared short for me. I've ran all the way from the TP. They're going to be playing spikes, so the only place they can be is hidden behind that wall right there, and predicts it super well. The maths going on in their head. They know what's happening at every point. Bailey plays that one so well, and Team Josh are just losing control of this game round by round, and I feel like the aggression worked really well for them, and they need to keep that up.
It made it closer. Indeed it did. But are they going to be able to get some more wins? Right now, 7-3 is the score. And Bailey just putting so much work in these rounds. Josh, though, with the aggression, going to pick up one. And they are starting to squeeze out the space on this map. They're not giving too much room. So therefore, Chaotic can't have all of this diversion because they know they can only be certain places on the map. 4 members of Team Josh are already almost in their spawn. And they're just spamming through that smoke. But look at sight. Look at where the side of Team Chaotic are.
They're already on that site, like you said, and they're going to sprint through to showers. The benefit is you have those trips, so you know Short is safe. And Rubble Rotten gets another much-needed kill. And it's actually an advantageous post-plant for the first time for Team Josh in a while.
Kills coming through. Still 2v2, though. Not the numbers advantage. APOC getting off some smokes as well. Going to make it a little bit more difficult for Madeline. Now going to check back through lamps. The timing though. APOC just creeping up. As we're seeing slowly but surely through that showers. But also in heaven. A lot of control on this map. Spike though planted for heaven. When she finds out APOC takes out one, but can they find more? Good cover from Madeline. Is going to be able to pick up that kill, but is it enough time? It's ticking. Is it going to time out? It goes boom! And a Chaotic with another round.
And that's actually just so unlucky. I'm not sure if we're going to see the replay on that one, but Team Josh there, they were trying to halve it, but look at this. On this final kill when it comes through, wasn't even aiming for the diffuser, but just gets lucky with the spray to find that kill at the end. See that shooting through the box. Mama Motherland didn't even know the diffuse was happening.
Spray and pray. Sometimes be the answer, and it was for them. And you know what? Every now and again, you are going to get around this a little bit lucky, but Chaotic have had a good game since they've had a good way to play. And Team Josh finding a little bit of success in these late rounds with that aggression. How are they now going to do it again? Will they play once more with this aggressive play to try and get them a little bit closer? 8-4, a better scoreline than 9-3.
And that's the issue, right? As we look at this, it's our final round, which means we're going to have to swap sides. And the side of Team Josh looks to me a lot more offensive, but on the flip side, Team Chaotic, a Killjoy, a Sage, a Raze, with that Brim Molly coming through as well, they have so much stopping power on defense. So Team Josh needs this round so bad.
Bailey there with a nice trade. He's going to be able to pick that one up. But first blood there going over to Team Josh was a good sign, but APOC just making sure that they eat a few bullets. And they will start to creep onto A, but it's again, dreams being sold, stories being told. They're going to be going towards B.
And a player is going to know about this. Madeline is going to be here, the teleport from Josh as well. They have a nice pinch. Maybe they can find the fights, but the lockdown is there. And it's going to make it so much more difficult to hold this site. But Madeline doesn't care as they find another.
Enemy remaining.
And Zappa on the other side kills off APOC. Now it's a 2v1. This is the best situation that we've seen Team Josh in a post plant. The spike gonna go down. Blind also as well. And Bailey in a rough spot gonna get killed. And finally, Team Josh find another round.
And a much needed round as well. Although maybe they wanted to get the curse. Who would have known? Maybe it's better to lose that round. Team Chaotic was just trying to avoid that 9-3. But now that we flip sides, we change our perspective. I spoke about it before, but Team Chaotic has such a cracked comp for defense. It's going to be so hard for Team Josh to get onto these sites.
But they got to make it happen, you know? There's no choice. You got to do it. You got to get onto site. Like, you have to find a way. And where are we going to kick it off, right? B, KJ's site. Normally the place where you would play them. It does look like that is going to be the setup. They're all over on that A site. I don't think we're going to get the 5 showers rush. But I am expecting a pretty aggressive start from the side of Team Josh.
And it's the worrying part for Team Josh is that you look at this Team Exotic comp, Team Chaotic, comp. Apart from this Sage, every single character has a molly or some way to stop you. The grenade, the mollies, they've all got something to stall down a plant, to stall off a push. And it's so hard when you're going to have to be battling through all of that util.
Bailey with an early kill as well. Their shooting's pretty good too, which just makes things even more difficult. APOC, the one that has been pushed up on this wall. And in a bit of a tricky situation, very tight in the corner. With that smoke, going to make it hard for them to see, but they will spot them out with the camera. But playing that molly, going to make it impossible to push through. And Bailey with the cover of the grenade. They say, no way are you going to be able to play through showers, Crocs or not. As now pushing up through Shaw, another kill. They're just picking them off one by one. Chaotic need one more left. But Zappa putting up a bit of a fight. Going to be finally taken down by Bailey.
9-4 now, and we should be expecting to see that 10-4 almost, the double digits from Team Chaotic. I wouldn't be surprised if maybe we see a force out from Team Josh here because they need a round. They need something to turn this game around. And right now, with Josh not having that insane performance they did last game, Zappa struggling as well, only 4-10. And it's difficult. They're going to have to rally together. I think if you're going to hit these sites, it has to be back off the back of this Skydog, some utility to help clear out some of these angles.
Whew. It's tough. I feel like a lot of brain games need to go on here, you know, because Chaotic they were exactly how their name lived up to in their offense, but on their defense they have been very structured. They know exactly what they're playing for. As we see there, a bit of hookah control from the Brimstone. APOC there holding a bit of a weird angle, and right now Mama Motherland has the gun advantage, but holding it tight, not allowing Madeline to get any sort of early peek on them. And we see the 3-2 split, the default coming out from Team Josh. Oh, they're all being taken. No fire through the smoke coming out from Motherland. Holding it, playing tentatively. Oh, but Rotten going to find one. Bailey will trade one back. And they finally get themselves onto site. Spike going to be joined with them. And Zappa getting the plant down.
Not the worst situation, but I think we need to see a little bit of aggression here. They have worse weaponry. They need to try catch someone off guard.
And they do so right there, Madeline. The cheeky peek around that lamps. Giving guns over does enable them to potentially have a much better round, but Chaotic with the double, cutting down their forces. And Josh now, oh, Team Josh in a rough one. Zappa though with the TP, gets the kill. That's one, but it's halved. You have to remember that it's halved. You don't have the same time that you have before, and it's ticking down. TP up, but it's not enough time. They're going to get the kill, but it doesn't matter. The round is still Chaotic's.
Oh, maybe didn't see that it was halved, might not have known, because it was the perfect play, the perfect opportunity, but just not able to finish it off at the end there. And oh, it's so difficult because a split second longer and that round is going the way of Team Josh. But keep in mind, it was their save. All 5 members go down, and I feel like this might be a TGV first, J-Real. I've never seen a timeout.
Yeah. And was it called by Bailey as well?
Maybe got ganked IRL, maybe actually just trying to figure out some strats, but let's assume that if they are talking about strats right now, a couple things Team Josh should be realising. One, there's a very much a willingness to over-rotate from Team Chaotic. They like fighting you, they like moving across the map and being there for your holds. So you can do the same thing to them that they did to you, TP across the other side. 2, right now, there's not really much synergy going on between this Raze and this Sky. I'm expecting to see a lot more because those 2 agents synergize together really well.
I agree. I think that you can play a lot from it, right? Obviously the flashes with the increased speed on the execute there with the satchels. It can be big, the dog to be followed, as we talked about a little bit earlier. It all is what they should play for, and I think that Team Josh, again, they've got to remember that a lot of these rounds have been really, really close. It's not like the scoreline is fully reflecting exactly what has happened in the game, because even that last round, right, it could have gone the way of Team Josh. We could be talking about potentially an 8-6 kind of game right here, right? There's a few rounds that could have definitely gone their way. So they are very much in this game still. Yes, there only need 3 more rounds for Team Chaotic, but Team Josh are not out of it just yet.
No, and there's very much the potential to turn this one around. Just a little bit more synergy. Some of these, the util usage isn't really combining together. Quick little tip for anyone at home: if you're playing a duo and you want a nice little combo that you can use, Raze and Sky synergize perfectly because Raze, satcheling through the air, travels at the same speed as a Sky flash. So you can just throw that flash with a little delay, and you've always got yourself an instant pop flash for when the Raze lands.
We're going to see a little bit of link up there. The dog going through the grenade to give a bit of space. And now moving on to site. Taking out some of those KJ mollies. But KJ still on site though in that U-haul. We'll see if they do peek out and maybe go for a little bit of trade here as an early pick leads to a very fast plant. And now Madeline chasing them down. But not going to find the kill. Chaotic now picking up 1 but going to get traded out as Bailey with the kill onto Zappa, now making it a 3 versus 2. And APOC with the double on the Sheriff finds more members, gets more kills, and it's a 2v1. Bailey now trying to peek out, and it's going to be enough. Josh taken down, and what looked so good, Josh with the execute. They had the early plant, but Team Chaotic just turn it back in their favour.
And a little bit greediness there, too much of a willingness to take these fights, especially when you have weapon advantage. There's no need to give over some of these rifles, to give over some of these guns. Team Josh there caught a little bit out of whack. They went quick onto site, they found a good execute, but then they just wanted that little bit more, and it was too much to ask for. A
little bit too much to ask, but the question is, they need to go all out, right? And I guess it's all about tempered aggression, right? It's not about just saying, okay, we need to win, let's play hard, let's play fast. It's about playing smart. And I do agree with you, yeah, when you have that weapon advantage, you don't need to push those fights. You can let them walk onto his site. And I think that's one thing that Chaotic did so well, was that they didn't overstep when they were playing that post plant. And it just made very difficult time for Team Josh to actually get back onto site. And right now, though, Rubber Rotten with an early pick there. Going to get the kill onto Apex, but Bailey running around. The rocket is out. The Melon gets the kill. And now Chaotic is stepping up as well. The shots are fired. Back and forth goes the round. But Chaotic trying to say, no, we are not losing here. Gets the res off onto Apoc, bringing him back.
What is going on, J-Real? It's just chaos across the board. No one knows what's happening. Neither of these teams do, but Zappa's found another kill. Maybe they're starting to heat up just a bit. But Mama Motherland shuts it down, and we find ourselves at match point.
Match point 12-4. Woo! It's the score, but we might be getting a lot more, because this could be a potential for a reversal of a century, right? This could be the Goose House Goose House first for a huge upset, right? We're talking a 12-12 situation, maybe a win in overtime, but things need to change, you know? Team Josh, they have some good executes, but Team Chaotic, they're just finding the gunfights.
Yeah, Team Chaotic right now are trading off of each other so well. They're pulling a lot of beta switches on these sites. They have players playing for each other. Thrash is going to be used, and he catches two!
Oh no! It's what dreams are made of for Motherland. But it is a nightmare for Team Josh, and it's just going to continue. Apoc with another. Enchi going to return fire finally. But a 2v4, they have no idea where the Wraiths and Sage are, and we can already see Chaotic putting themselves in a very difficult situation for the side of Team Josh. They're running through, they're going to be getting flanked immediately. There's one, there's two, and the team leader kills the final one to take them to the victory of today's final.
And very aptly noted at the end there, GG's from both teams. It was a good game, but in the end, we see from Team Chaotic, they were just that little bit better in these gunfights this game. Team Josh weren't able to really find their footing. Team Chaotic had such good util usage, as was demonstrated by the end. Thrash goes in instantly to stop another push from Hookah, the Brimstone ult as well, and they're just so good at finding these opportunities to play off each other.
And I was really impressed with their post-plant play as well. You know, they got the good movement. Like, the rotations on Bind were so sublime from Chaotic to really move around the side of Team Josh. But it was also the fact that when they got the spike down, they weren't playing aggressive. They weren't overextending. They were playing in really good angles, trading off each other so well. And it made it so difficult for Team Josh, because anytime they picked up a kill, they would lose one as well. And every single tick of that clock adds more and more pressure to their side, and they just weren't able to win a lot of those in the game.
And every single time that Team Josh tried to go for this fast retake, they were just instantly shut down. It was like the first couple rounds happened, it worked out effectively for them, and Team Chaotic was like, no, we know what your style is now, we know what you're going to try to do, and they shut it down so effectively.
Yeah, I think it was like 3-2 or maybe 3-1 to the side of Team Josh, you know, early on. Like, they had a few good early rounds, but as you said, the read, the adaptation from the side of Chaotic was just too much, right? They just had the key. And also, I will say their gunfighting was just really, really good, right? They were winning a lot of those 1v1s. They were winning a lot of those kind of lurk kills as well that just enabled them to have those advantages in every single round. And they just kept that momentum going. You know, they used all of the advantages that they had to take it to the next level, and they are and they are very fairly and very rightly the winners of today's final.
And I was really happy to just see almost the Gecko coming through, the comp change. We're not normally an agent that we see a lot, but they're able to pull it through there. Util usage was on point. Just this whole Chaotic team, big props to them, because it was a pleasure to watch.
It was a pleasure indeed, but that is unfortunately all of the viewing pleasure that we have for you guys tonight. Make sure that you tune in weekly for these Valorant skirmishes. There will be one next Monday. Maybe you'll even see me and Snow here again. But a quick shout out for our production team, Tex, Emmy, Loon and Jay. Without them, we wouldn't even be on your screen. And obviously shout out to all of the players that participated in today's tournament. But with that being said, that is going to be all from us, the Goose House. Make sure that you tune in for more action throughout the week.
I love the way we vibe. You're like a centerfold. Ooh, that sugar sweet. You got what I need. Sipping on the potion, all that good emotion. Just my kind of heat. Keep it on repeat. Testify the motion. Loving this devotion. Ooh, that sugar You got what I need. Sipping on the potion, all that good emotion. Just my kind of heat. Keep it on repeat. Testify the motion. Loving this devotion. Ooh, that sugar. Just my kind of heat. Ooh, that sugar. Sipping on the potion, all that good emotion. Ooh, that sugar. When your heart is racing at the